Owning a home is part of the American dream for many people living in the United States. But the rising number of people struggling to pay their mortgages has led to increases in mortgage fraud and caused hope for the American dream to be lost. Numerous homeowners under financial stress looking for a way out fall victim to scam artists who make promises too good to be true.
It is a piece of cake, he said. Simple, uncomplicated. You guys are not a complicated loan process that we would have to do. You have nothing to worry about. It's easy with you guys.
After responding to an ad in the mail, Vivian Scott met with two people who claimed to be foreclosure rescue consultants. But little did she know they were really scam artists.
I had refreshments for them. No more, no. And she said, oh, he likes you. He thinks you really are a decent person. And this deal is just going to be fantastic for you. And they left. They spent maybe about an hour, hour and a half, and they met the entire family. So it connected with people. And yet, you had such devious motive behind all that.
During one of their initial meetings, they gave her $100 of earnest money to try and insure her about their foreclosure services.
But I simply signed the paper. It was just a simple sheet that I received his $100. Not knowing that that signature was later going to be transferred to a false sale contract.
They forged her name on a document that dismissed her previous bankruptcy case, which then automatically placed her home into foreclosure. Before the foreclosure sale date, the scam artist convinced Ms. Scott to attend the closing with Christian Title Company.
Knowing the time frame, so they had me right where they desired me to be. Hopelessness, nothingness, where I walk away and I was supposed to be satisfied with a $5,000 check and say, see ya. Or now you can lease the property. How about that?
Unaware that they sold her home right from underneath her, she lost the title of her home and more than $160,000 in equity.
Once you realize after the fact that they've taken everything possibly away from you, they've taken away your joy. First of all, and no one should take away your joy, because that only belongs to one person, and that's God.
The judge dismissed her case in 2006, allowing the scam artist, the real estate investment company, and the title company to walk away free. Now her case is under review in Prince George County, the only mortgage foreclosure fraud division in the state.
On the criminal side, we give jail time, and on the civil side, your attorney may be able to get title back to your home. But unfortunately, when people come in and I say, yeah, you are definitely a victim of a mortgage fraud or foreclosure rescue fraud or loan modification scam, there's nothing that we can do to get the people's homes back. It's just nothing that we can do short of establishing relationships with our lenders and saying, hey, why don't you consider slowing down the foreclosure process?
If a mortgage fraud victim is able to get their house back, the price to pay is usually too high.
When the scam is perpetrated, the bad actor will actually refinance the property or put a large mortgage on the homeowner's property, and unfortunately the homeowner may get title back, but that title will come back with that new loan on it. So you have a homeowner with title back, sure, you have title back to your home, but now you have a $500,000 mortgage on it when originally your mortgage was only $200,000.
What happened to Mrs. Scott is just one of the thousands of mortgage fraud cases that the state of Maryland sees each year, which is why Maryland is ranked number 6 out of the top 10 mortgage fraud states. Maryland Senator Barbara Mikulski says congressional action is needed to fight mortgage fraud.
If we had a federal law that had a mandatory loan modification method, people wouldn't get tied up in schemes and scams because they're desperately trying to find a way to modify their home.
New changes are taking place, though, on the state level. Last year, Delegate Doyle Neiman helped rewrite the foreclosure process by extending the sale of a foreclosed home from 15 days to 6 months.
This year, we took it one step further and passed a bill the governor will shortly sign. It will go into effect in July. That goes even further. It mandates that lenders have to try to modify a loan or mitigate it before they can go to foreclosure, can sell the house, and gives homeowners the right to ask for a mediation session before a third-party, neutral third-party administrative law judge to talk about if there's a way to save the mortgage.
At least 30% of Maryland's foreclosures took place in Prince George's County last year. The state's only mortgage fraud division is at ground zero. Delegate Neiman believes one of the problems with prosecution is that not everyone looks at mortgage fraud the same.
They just don't see them as a high priority. That's unfortunate. People can steal a whole lot more money with a pen than they can with a gun or a knife. And we will go to the ends of the world if somebody uses a knife to steal a wallet. But, you know, it's unfortunate we don't do the same when somebody uses a lie and a pen to steal a house.
Mrs. Scott's case from 2006 is an example of a mortgage fraud crime going unrecognized. Although she is not from Prince George's County, she, like so many others, has turned to the Mortgage Foreclosure Fraud Division for their last sign of help.
Would I see true justice? I doubt it. I'm hopeful though. I'm hopeful at the end of the day. And I guess this trial, it's a trial to life. I hope so.